Good morning. It's Saturday, February 3rd. Got up a little slow this morning. Got to bed a little late after hanging out with family yesterday. But I read a little bit more Xanathar's Guide. When I got sick, I just sort of set that aside, and I haven't looked at it for a week or so, probably. So I'm behind on that, but I was like, okay, I'll read a couple more pages here, and then I got up and I'm in here editing the Starship flip map unboxing that I did. It's a bit of work. For one, the camera did the thing. Occasionally, the camera I have captures data faster than it gets it to the memory card, and I don't know why, but it has a little error sign, and then it stops the recording, and none of it gets captured. Now, it gives a symbol, and I know when it happens. But I don't know until it's happening, and sometimes that's 30 seconds or a minute into a video, and I have to just redo that part. And then once it's gotten past that point, it's good. So I never really worry about it. But I didn't notice it on this one, so I kind of had to finagle how I'm, how things start. And then because it's like a flip mat and there's a bright light, and I'm still figuring that out, there's a huge glare that I'm fighting while recording the video, and so I'm thinking there's going to be bits that I have to cut out basically while struggling with glare between doing things, so I'm going to have to go through and do that. But yeah, just working on getting that edited. I got movie plans with my mom later, and possibly friends coming over, or us going out to eat, or something before that. I'm not really sure. I don't know. I'm saying. There's some sort of...
Not really the engine, but it's almost like below the engine, kind of. Little room here. Yeah, little boxes and stuff.
Double time! So my buddies came over, and they're just sort of hanging out playing some Super Nintendo. It feels kind of weird. little 90s guys. What year is it? Oh, is it 80, 20, 36?
Also, Konami, what happened? What went wrong, man?
After all that back and forth, you tie.
Yeah, that's why this game's awesome. It has awesome back and forth, making each game, feel really exciting.
They're playing Kirby's Dream Course on SNES Classic. They're just about getting more use than I've gotten out of the thing so far. I have plans for it, but I just haven't gotten to them because I'm in the middle of other games. I don't just pick up games and play them for a short period of time. Who has time for that? I'm sitting here uploading videos for YouTubes.
How's it going?
Sitting here, I think Ryan's getting work done on his car, right? Yeah, so that's why they're over here, and then we're going to go out to eat afterwards. But they've been playing games. They're now on to Street Fighter, and I've been uploading videos and starting on editing stuff, and just sitting here working with my friends, hanging out. Hibachi grill. Getting something to eat. I'm getting something off the grill here, and when we arrived, we had a bit of an interesting surprise as we found out that Pat and Mary Lou and Pat's mother are here as well. So we joined them. Otherwise,
Yes,
I've got...
vlogger.
Yes, I am. As I got my food, we're gonna eat. And our plate, and our friends have left. But we are beginning to discuss the idea that probably for the next game, the goal would be for Ryan to join the next campaign if things work out with the bigger room, bigger table that I'll be getting. So we're starting to talk about that. That's the hope. And they're gonna hang out a little bit more and talk some more D&D before my mom and I go to a movie. So that'll be fun. So my buddies hung out a bit. We looked through class options from Xanathar's Guide. I went over what some of those were because they weren't sure what had been added. And my mom arrived, and we're here at the theater. We're going to see The Greatest Showman, Hugh Jackman musical. So I gotta say, it was everything I'd ever want, everything I'd ever need. I quite enjoyed that.
I did too.
Quite
great.
Yeah, quite a spectacle. It's a movie that makes me want to see more movies.
It was really good.
That's actually kind of what I felt. Probably even a short way into it, just the spectacle of it. It's like, I want to see more movies in theaters, and so I'm thinking about the movie pass. So I'd have to really commit to going to see movies more often, because if you followed my life for any amount of time, you'll know I'm a film major, but I go and see maybe 2, maybe 3 movies a year.
Not too many.
Yeah, I don't see many, and movies were, for the longest time, a huge love of mine. I kind of want to...
They've made them a lot more reasonable as far as the price now. I mean, you can still go a new blockbuster on a Saturday night and pay top dollar, but there's so many other ways to not have to spend that much.
Well, I don't know if you've checked, but I think it's like $10 a month or something to go see a movie every day through the movie pass. Yeah, I have a buddy Pat doing that, and they reminded me when we bumped into him at the Chinese place area today. They were talking about that, and I was like, and it's a commitment, because at that point you're paying whether you go see a movie or not, and I traditionally have not. But I'd almost want to try and see more movies after getting out of that one. It's
very good.
Even if I try and set a day aside every week and have that available to kind of schedule that. And that would be fun. That would be fun for me to try and actually commit to seeing movies. And of course, I could justify it. I'd be sharing my opinions on movies with you guys a little more often if I did that. So that'd be cool. But yeah, so I'm thinking about that after that. I mean, because that was a fabulous movie. I want to own it. That's another thing. For the longest time, I've collected movies, but lately it's sort of been a lot fewer that I purchase because I have less time and I watch less. But that was quite a wonderful movie. And also within it, just sort of an anthem and a feeling of of those that are looked down upon not having to be ashamed of themselves. It's definitely a theme that runs through the movie. I'm compared to some of the movie reviews I've done, some of those I get swear where I'm being pretty vague here, but definitely, if it's a wonderful movie, wonderful visual spectacle, and beautiful music. But also, for anyone that's ever felt like because of who you are, you're not good enough, go check out that movie. It is wonderful in that regard. It really has. I mean, because it's the circus, and it really has a great sort of sense of pride. And be proud of who you are. Doesn't matter what that is. Whether malformations or simple things as race were all viewed as negative by the society, but that didn't mean they had to let themselves be kept down. And that was a good thing, Clifford, too. It actually took me for the half of the movie to figure out, well, what is up with those couple of characters? Why are they really? Oh, they're black.
Oh,
it's just they're okay, yeah, when the movie's set that would have, but I mean, yeah, that's it did. It took me like half the movie to figure out, it wasn't until there's an event, and I'm like, and pretty much they speak about it, I'm like, it's just the skin color. Which, I mean, I guess it's good that it took me a while to figure that out, because they don't strictly point it out, they're just sort of leaving you to assume that. But I guess at least our society is advanced enough that it was hard for me to think, well, why are they freaks?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I guess in that time period, society thought of them that way, so. And maybe you'd have preferred a review with more spoilers on the story. But, which was good. It was a good enough story. But with that movie, the story was not the thing that made me fall in love. The music and the visuals totally were. And maybe if I would have gone into it with different expectations, that wouldn't have been the case. But I went into that expecting that the story was not going to be my favorite part. It was a good story. It was a beautiful story. But that, maybe you prefer that I kept minimal spoilers in my review. I was doing it few enough that I didn't feel like I really had to warn anyone. So I guess that's part of it. Man, that's a movie I would recommend that you go see. I don't know who you are, but I recommend you go seeing it. it was good. And there it is. I signed up for MoviePass. $10 a month. I guess my goal will be to at least see a couple movies a month. I'm actually kind of looking forward to it. As I did. I mean, I used to see movies far more often. Sometimes theaters, or sometimes just buying them and watching them at home. But still, I used to watch a lot more movies than I do now, and I'm looking forward to seeing more movies. That'll be fun. It takes a couple weeks, it sounds like, for the card to arrive, and then and I have to have the physical card to use it. You can't, from the sound of it, do like advance tickets. You have to get them day of. You go up there and you get the ticket. So, there are some things like that. But a lot of those are things that's how I go see movies anyways most of the time, because I don't like hassling with the online thing. I'm like, can I? Obviously, yeah, I know how computers work pretty well. I just don't like to bother with it, so I don't. So it's not going to change things a big deal from how I do it. And because it's just me, I know my friend Pat has done it for a while, so it's not a complete gamble on does this thing really work. I know he's been happy with it. But he has it, his parents have it, his wife has it. So he's always going with someone. For me, I'll generally be going alone. Most of the time. Yeah, sometimes I won't, but most of the time. But ultimately that means if I go alone, as I found out with Star Wars, I can walk in by myself to a very popular movie and say, well, what's available? And they might say, oh, nothing. For one person, like, oh, well, all these options because they have reserved seating at the theaters that I use. And I checked. The theater that I just went to, it works there. A couple of the other theaters in the area that I don't go to very often, but I could. It works at all the ones I know of. So, yeah. Cool. Let's give this a shot. Try out this MoviePass. I'm not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say. No one will love you as you are. I can't freaking sing. If you don't watch the movie, I'm going to try and remember to link down below. Check out This Is Me. And The Greatest Show as well, which is a great... It's how they start the movie, and it's like a great dancey bit, and it's exciting. But as far as an emotional meaning, even if you don't, then look up the lyrics. This is me. It's great. It is powerful. Look it up. Alright. I did some vlog editing, like 1 and like a half. Something that aside at this point. And I edited a video earlier, like an unboxing earlier. So I got that set to export now, so that'll export overnight. And I am still like on this emotional high from that movie. And it's been several hours. Although I have listened to some of the music again. Pulling it up on YouTube. I love, just as far as the dance and the beat, The Greatest Show, which is like the opening number for it, is amazing. And just as far as, I mean, it's a good beat and music, but also an emotional song, like the anthem of, that theme that the movie has of, acceptance and being yourself and be who you are. You don't gotta be ashamed of who you are. This Is Me. It's an amazing song. Definitely recommend looking them up. If you haven't already seen the movie, well, then go see the movie. But if you're not going to go see the movie, if you don't, I don't like musicals or whatever, at least look it up as a song. It's great. But otherwise, it's a little bit late-ish. Technically, 9:15? So technically, with my new bedtime, wouldn't even have to be bedtime yet. But whatever, tired. I figure I'll probably make a quick snack or something in the kitchen and lay down, watch a little YouTube, drift off to sleep. I got off tomorrow because this is Saturday. Weekends consist of Saturday and Sunday. That's normal, and that's what my weekends are now. I don't know. That's still exciting for me that I have normal weekends. So, yeah, I'm gonna call it here. Thank you for joining me. Join me as my journey continues. And do check out The Greatest Showman. It may no longer be in theaters by the time I get this up, because it's been in theaters for a while already. Whatever. Find a way. It'll be out on Blu-ray eventually. Check it out. Thanks for watching. Bye.